Hello and welcome to an album a day, day 137, going through my vinyl collection an album at a time. Today I've got a great double live album with a keyboardist that I was honored to play on an album with. And we've talked about this band a bit. We've talked about a cousin band quite a bit. And I'm talking, of course, about the 1977 Munich, Germany release of Rainbow's live album. Munich, 77, sorry, live in Munich, 180 gram vinyl. Great shot of Richie here, absolutely love this. This is a double vinyl, and I've got the first record right here. I actually really like the label of this, and guess who this was released by? Ear Music. So you already know that we're going to get a good quality vinyl, nice sturdy album cover, and probably some cool stuff on the inside. The second album, they went with a different color scheme. And here's where it gets weird. There's nothing on side D. Nothing. They could have put something on there. Oh, I'm sorry. There is, wait a minute. Now I'm confused. Maybe there's more to this than I remember. There's 3 vinyls. That's what it is. That's side F. And there's nothing on side F, just side E. And then we have sides sides C and D. I forgot that this was a triple vinyl. So sorry. I don't look at these before I start the recorder. Yeah, very interesting. I forgot it was triple vinyl. So anyway, I'll give you the lineup of the band first. It is, of course, Richie Blackmore on guitar, Ronnie James Dio on vocals, Cozy Powell on drums. Then we have on bass Bob Daisley, and on keyboards, my friend David Stone. Awesome keyboard player, awesome guy. Played with him on the Air Patches album Suburban Mist. Great keyboard player, so fun to work with. And yeah, this was a great show. So Rainbow on Stage, the other live album that I have from them, was with Tony Carey and Jimmy Vane on bass, Tony Carey on keyboards. So this is the next, this is the Long Live Rock and Roll lineup-ish. And an excellent concert. I have to say, absolutely fantastic. We'll get into the songs in a minute. Here's the back cover. And that's how I remembered there were 6 sides to it. I didn't know, because all the double albums, you could put one in the front, one in the back, and you avoid all the ring wear. But what do you do when it's a triple? You don't have a third place to put it. So that is okay, I think, to put inside the gatefold, because you're not putting it in one of the sleeves. You're not pressing really against this. It's not really tight on the shelf. So I think it's okay to, to put it in the middle. If anybody has a better suggestion, I would certainly be open to it. Did get this copy used. There is a little bit of a bend here and a crinkle in the corner. I actually got this from Vegas Vinyl. It was one of my last trips there. As I was moving, I had a ton of 12-inch LP shipping boxes and a few 45 shipping boxes, and new owners had taken over. They were doing an event where they were taking some records. They were going to be, possibly doing some online stuff, maybe with Discogs or just, selling on their own. And I said, well, you guys could probably use some shipping boxes. I've got a ton of these things. I don't want to take them all with me to Oklahoma, so please take them. So I loaded up a bunch on my dolly and wheeled them down there, and she gave me a huge discount on this album, and it is in mint condition, apart from this little bend right here and this little crease in the corner here. Shit happens, guys. That could have even been from shipping. It might have even shown up new that way. But we got obviously 3 sleeves instead of 2. What's nice about these is they're very specific. It tells you which album it goes to by what songs are on the top corner, and I think that's pretty cool. I like the gentle blue tint here, and then just like the thin text, very fainted, but still looks good, and it really makes that title pop, which is nice. And then, of course, I don't think I showed you the inside yet, did I? Well, we'll get to that. I think the other one is the same. Yes. So obviously the same, except it's side A and B tracks. Then we get into the inside, and of course, Ear Music, this is a very sturdy, well, I say sturdy, and then I've got these bends in the corner, but that could have been shipping damage. Very sturdy. Look at that. Look at how thick that is. Nice thick cardboard here. I mean, Ear Music does such a great job with these, as I always say when I do one of these. Here is the inside. I haven't actually spent a lot of time looking at this yet. I've just listened to it, and it's fantastic. Some great performances on here. So side A, we start with the introduction, then we get into Kill the King. Right off the bat, Kill the King, awesome track. Even on Long Live Rock and Roll, that's a pretty happening track, but live, I think it goes to the next level. Then we get Mistreated, which is interesting to do a cover in a long bluesy song so early. It's 11 minutes and 46 seconds. Then we get 16th Century Greensleeves, which is 8 minutes and 56 seconds. Kill the King at 5:09. So there's not a lot on any of these sides because they're lengthy songs. Side B, we get Catch the Rainbow. Wow, this is like a lot of like bluesy, slower tempo songs. I mean, I know that they do medleys and stuff during these, but this is 18 minutes and 15 seconds of Catch the Rainbow. Pretty mellow for a rock concert to have Mistreated and Catch the Rainbow in the first half of the show. Then we are boosting things up. The other song on side B is Long Live Rock and Roll at 7 minutes and 43 seconds. Go over to side C. The whole side is Man on the Silver Mountain. 16 minutes and 26 seconds of Man on the Silver Mountain. Side D, and okay, so I'm going to take something back. This might not have been in order. It probably wasn't. It's probably based on what they could fit on a side of vinyl and then as close to the order as possible. So it's very possible that 16th Century Greensleeves or Mistreated were played later in the show, but they had to break it up because of the length of time that you could put on an album. Very possible. So side C, we get Man on the Silver Mountain. Side D, 27 minutes and 32 seconds of Still I'm Sad. That is wild. And then side E, we wrap up with Do You Close Your Eyes. Not one that I heard live a lot, but a pretty good song, an interesting one. Really, actually, that's the only one from Rising on here, which is interesting because Rising was their second album. Long Live Rock and Roll was third. But yeah, only one song from Rising. Now, this is a pretty long concert, though. Let's face it. If Man on the Silver Mountain alone is a quarter of an hour, and then you've got Mistreated, which is, almost 12 minutes, 16th Century Greensleeves, almost 9 minutes, Catch the Rainbow, a little over 18 minutes. I mean, there's not room for Stargazer or Light in the Black. I mean, you just don't have that kind of room. Tarot Woman would be great. Such a great concert opener, though. Anyway, yeah, a lot of great stuff on this one. Check it out, guys. It's a great concert if you're a fan of Rainbow, if you're a fan of these songs. I have to say, as much as I love David Coverdale singing Mistreated, Ronnie James Dio does a fantastic job on this song. And as a side note, Graham Bonnet did Mistreated as his audition for Rainbow, which is very interesting. David Stone played part of Tarkus for Richie, and that was really interesting because that's a very percussive and long groove. But if you listen to like when it gets into that and then the melody over that, and that's what he played for his audition for Rainbow. Very, very interesting stuff. Anyway, guys, check it out. Live in Munich, 1977, Rainbow. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.